Revelations, the last Treyarch Zombies map for 2 years following its beautiful predecessor known as Origins. So, did this map live up to the hype? A lot of people have been asking me, what do I think about this map? So today I'm going to tell you guys personally what I think about it, and I'm not going to hold anything back. I'm going to tell you exactly what I think of this map. So I want to start with the good things that I liked about this map. Number one is that it was very nostalgic. This is a very nostalgic map to play, as there's so many different parts of the map and so many little aspects that just remind, old Call of Duty Zombies veterans of everything that they used to play in the past, such as like Verrückt and Shang. Those are definitely most nostalgic for me. And I think it's just really cool to see these sort of things in updated next-gen graphics. Now, another thing that I really did like is that this is absolutely packed with little Easter eggs, like little storyline stuff. This is a goldmine for storyline stuff in here on my channel. And Jason Blundell said that this map is meant to last about a year and a half, in terms of just the amount of sheer content that's in it, whether it be storyline stuff, little radios, or just audio quotes, things like that. This map is meant to last a long time in terms of that sort of stuff. That's good news for me personally. And then another thing about the gameplay is that there's so many different maps and different ways, little ways you can play in different ways to strategize. Like all the maps where they were kind of being tested and worked on in Garage, but I think they definitely perfected it in this map. And there's definitely little abilities here and there that, depending on what strategy you want, are going to have a different function for the highest round possible, whatever you're trying to accomplish or get done. So on the surface and at first playthrough, it looks like there's a lot of gameplay and different ways to play at Revelations, but this is where we start to run into some problems, because after you run through the mask and after you kind of obtain the Apothecary Serum for the first time in the Thunder Gun, then you run into issues. My biggest problems were that Revelations had the potential to be so much more than it really was. Like, even including the specialist weapon, we didn't get a brand new one. I was 100% convinced that we were going to get a new specialist weapon, like they were going to innovate, make something brand new we've never seen before, but we just end up pulling the Ragnaroks out of the box just from Horizon. And it's kind of a shame, because in my opinion, Garage Kirby had the coolest one with the flamethrower, and you could use the punch for it. Like, it basically had two weapons in one. I thought that was awesome, but we arguably had the most boring specialist, which is the Ragnaroks. Like, even Zetsubo had a cool one. I thought the skull was that was probably had to be my second favorite, but the spikes are just probably the most boring one. You don't need it for the Easter egg at all. It really serves almost no purpose whatsoever in the gameplay, and not to mention there's no new perks either. Like, the masks don't count. Those are just our upgrades on the already existing perks. There's nothing new. There was no really innovation towards anything. And therein lies my biggest problem with the map itself. And then, speaking of which, with the wonder weapons, the runes could have been so much more. The runes served no gameplay, they had no gameplay purpose except for the Easter egg. That's the only thing you need to get the runes for if you're doing the Easter egg. Like, I thought it was going to be the runes would be like the base upgrades for maybe the staffs or some sort of like elemental weapon, and they teased with the staffs at the end, but I really thought that the runes were going to be for that. But the runes literally serve no purpose, and all it does is teleport you to the boss fight room for the Margwas. And speaking of which, the whole Easter egg is pretty much RNG. Like, you don't know when you're going to get the Apothecary Serum or the Arnie's, which are absolutely required for the Easter egg. So this is definitely not something that I would like to see again in an Easter egg. And also, like, this Easter egg in general has become more of a Destiny raid than a Zombies boss fight. Like, I liked Garad's and I like Zetsubo's and I liked their Eisen's too, but this has become like a Destiny raid. Like, there wasn't even really zombies in the boss fight, which is really strange. I mean, it makes sense from a storyline perspective, but I don't know. It was just kind of weird to me. But I don't know. This map could have been so much more. The Easter egg could have been so much more. There was definitely a letdown in the ending, and of course everybody's upset about that. But I don't know, man. It did not live up to Origins, because Origins had such a unique feel, man. You could play so many different ways. Each wonder weapon had 4 different unique upgrade puzzles, and it just gave it that much more replay value. But you don't see that in Revelations, which unfortunately kind of did let me down. But I guess that's really all I got to say, guys. Let me know what you guys thought of Revelations in the comment section down below. Let me know if you guys agree with me. If you disagree with the point, also don't be afraid to let me know as well. I'd love to hear from you guys. But anyway, thank you all for watching the video. If you guys enjoyed this, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you guys are new to the channel, and I will catch you guys on the next one.